I've been playing around with AI. It's just a little bit of messing about. Anyway, again, another don't forget to breathe. I actually believe that next week is the anniversary of this for me. It's been a year. It's been a year. I think it's next week anyway. I'll have to check, but I think it's next week. If it's not next week, it's definitely the week after. And I can't believe I've been doing this for that long. But here we go. I've kind of hit a optimistic phase in my life. It's weird the way it's come about because um, it comes down from the insomnia kicked in again, and what happened is actually seems to have relaxed me brain, and the insomnia is sort of fixing itself. So it's a weird thing. Now lately in this no go back to like last year with the when I was suffering badly with insomnia. Um, I say suffering badly with insomnia. I was getting, or how it worked was, I'd be getting about 3 hours broken sleep a night, and every, I would say, 6 or 7 days, my body would just shut down, and then I'd um, sleep for about 12 hours at least. So that's basically how it worked. And I was going like that for a good 8 months. A good 8 months. That's how my body was. That's how my body was shutting down. I was basically getting no sleep during the week, and then every, like as I say, every 5, 6, 7 days, my body would just fucking shut down. Um, the doctors got put me on sleeping tablets. The sleeping tablets don't seem to be working now. They did at first, but they don't seem to be working anymore. Because I can take a tablet and I'll be asleep within like half an hour. I'll take a tablet now and I'll still be awake like 2 or 3 hours later. I'll still be awake. So the insomnia kicked in again, but it was weirdly this time because my mind seemed to be focused. Even though like I was sleep deprived, um, me mind just switched on, and I was coming up with some crazy, some fucking absolutely crazy ideas, which I will go into one of the crazy ideas which is happening at the moment, but I'm going to save that for the anniversary. I'm going to save that for the 1 year anniversary, and we'll talk about that one. But one of the other things, which was like, it was only a few days ago, a few nights ago, I actually wrote a song. The melody, I've got the melody and everything in my head, and um, one of the strangest experiences I've been having those last few days is I'm singing this song to myself, and this song is like it's a song nobody else has heard. Nobody else on this planet has heard this song. Um, and I toyed with the idea of giving a little taste on this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pretty much keep it to myself until I've got it down. And I tell you, there's frustration with this. I mean, when I was a kid, when I was younger, I used to write lyrics when I was younger. Never got any further than just writing lyrics. because like I say, it's only really been recently, yeah, the last 12 months, if that, that I've taken trying to teach myself to play guitar in the last 12 months. Now this song and all that um, has given me a different perspective on practice. Um, because actually it's three chords. It uses three chords. There's the G chord, the C chord, and kick myself in the nuts with the F bar. Right. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I'm going to learn a lot getting this down. Right. So yeah, um, the first issue that I've had is uh, changing chords. Uh, go from the C to the F, and then from the F to the G. And just because the F bar chord is one of the hardest bar chords to play, um, to play to perfect, and switching chords, changing to it and from it. Um, for somebody at my level playing it's very difficult. So this is where the whole new perspective on practice comes in, because I am focused. A lot of my practice is focused on just changing from the F bar to the G, and from the C to the F bar, and there's an awful lot of my practice is just focused on that. Now I would never have thought this, unless this like song happened, like popped into my head. I would never have thought this. So it's given me that. The other Another thing, I was trying to get the sound. I've got the sound in my head. I've got the tone in my head, and let's say it's think 90s grunge. Um, Kurt Cobain unplugged about a girl, right? So that sort of feel in it. Now I've been trying to get that feel on the acoustic. Now hold on, let me just pin you. Let me just pin me. Let me just pin me. Me mic up there, right? Um, so I just played normal standard tuning at first, and it was too bright. It was too bright to standard tuning. So I went to tuned a half a step down, and I thought that was for. I thought that was too bright. Getting better, so I ended up going like a full step down. I ended up going a full step down, and I kind of think, ooh, I kind of think that doesn't sound right. I kind of think I've got it. I've got more to talk. I kind of think it's got me. I kind of think I've got more to tone on the full step down, so it's like standard tuning, but uh, it's a full step down, which is it does it does actually sound much better. Have I retuned this? I've got a sneaky feeling I might have retuned it. Let me see. What up, now it's not full shepherds. Oh, that's a bit high. I'm actually getting I'm actually getting a feel for it. Get a feel for the and the strumming pattern as well. That was the other thing I was going to say. So the strumming pattern is strumming any like first year guitarist will tell you that the biggest issues that they have is getting the strumming right, and I kind of like. That basically that's strumming pattern. The other thing that I've realised I need to work on is me dynamics. Dynamics is it's so when I point to Damien Rice, the Blow's Daughter, the dynamics in the Blow's Daughter is absolutely. I would say I would say it's what every guitarist is aiming for with the dynamics is the Blow's Daughter. Fantastic dynamics in that. And my dynamic playing is shite, and I've got to practice that because I've absolutely. I mean, this song in my head is going to rely on dynamics, so my dynamics need to get an awful lot better, which is fair enough. It's fair enough. An awful lot of me playing needs to get an awful lot better, but I am also determined to get this song down. I am determined to get this song down. So what I've got so far is like the melody, the music, the basic music, which I am struggling to perfect, but I'm working on it. Um, I've got the lyrics. The first verse, I'm very happy with. I'm very happy with the first verse. The second verse, I've glanced at it because I've kind of put the lyrics to one side now because for me now it's all about the music. It's all about getting the get the music correct. So I kind of put the lyrics to one side, but I have glanced at them, and when I get back around to the lyrical side of things, I think I'm going to make a change. Certainly the first line of the second verse, I'm going to change as well. I think it could be better. I don't think it fully fits with the feel of the song. So I'll give it some thoughts and I can change that. And I'm also a little bit concerned about one of the lines in the third verse, but not totally, not totally because I've got like so. Let's talk about refrain. Um, when I was actually writing the lyrics, I was coming up short on the chorus. I had a couple of lines for the chorus, but I was coming up short with the chorus. And after like a bit of thought and all that, I kind of stumbled into a refrain. So the last line on every verse is the same. It's guess some chapters aren't meant to be read, and that's of all three verses finish with that line. Actually, the working title of the song is Unread Chapters. I at this moment I don't think I'm going to change that. I think it is going to be called Unread Chapters. But that's a lot. The last line of every verse is guess every guess not every chapter is meant to be read. Where was I going? Yeah. So so I just decided to go with that instead of going with a traditional chorus. I just went with refrain, and that left me with what I had as the start of the chorus. It just I looked at it and went, I've got to fit it in there somehow. So I put in like a little bridge. So it's like chapter one, chapter two, then this little bridge, and then chapter three. It's kind of tells the story, sort of tells the story. I'm not even going to go into what it's about. It's actually personal to me, but I'm not, I won't go in. But it basically tells the story, and then the conclusion is like the third chapter. So that's what I have. What I don't have is an intro, and it needs an intro. I haven't even thought about the intro. As I say, I'm working on getting the melody correct. Um, but it will need an intro. The biggest stumbling block for me is I want to put a little bit of lead in and around the bridge. And when I say lead, again, I'll point back to Kurt Cobain, Unplugged, About a Girl. That sort of, I wouldn't say simple, but effective. Simple and effective lead that he plays in there. I'd like to add something. My lead is non-existent. My rhythm's not too bad. I'm like let's be honest, I'm like a first year student. My rhythm is not too bad. My lead is fucking non-existent. Um, and then I'm playing with the idea of an outro. Now I like um, sort of CCR. See, there's a few songs with CCR tracks where they're. I thought that was my beard, then it wasn't. It's me hair. I'm looking after the beard. I'm not looking after the hair. I'm just letting the hair go. Um, yeah, this like where the intro is the same as the outro, or the outro is the same as the intro. So maybe that's how I'll go. But at the other side of that coin is I'm not even entirely sure whether I need an intro. If it needs an outro, so I might just let it fade. I might just hit that last line of I guess every chapter doesn't need to be read, and when I hit that last G, I just let it ring out. I just let the G fade. That's that's it. Maybe I'll go that way. Maybe that'll be like, but I don't know. When it gets to that point, I'll see how I feel about that. But that's me options at the minute. My options is to do an outro, and if I do an outro, I'm almost certain that I would prefer to do a very the same as the intro. I think I'd rather do it that way. Uh, and if not, I'll just, like I say, I'll just have that last line, and on that final on that final G, I'll just, I'll just let the chords ring out and fade. We will see. But yeah, so the dynamics and the lead are the two things that I need to I need to figure out. But it might take some time. But then I might have a breakthrough. I might have a breakthrough. Like it was a breakthrough when I started writing. I don't even know what got me thinking about it, but it just kind of happened. But I'm excited. I am excited for it. Like I say, when I was a kid, I used to like write lyrics when I was a kid. Um, but nothing's ever come this far. Nothing's ever gone this far. Where like I've actually been singing a song in my head, which is mind blowing. Which is mind blowing. Um, God, I'm not going to sing now, but like I want to, but I'm not. I'm not going to. So basically, yeah, that's where I'm at this week. A little bit of excitement for myself. Um, the Not heard from the doctors yet. Not heard back from the doctors. Um, but then saying that, I keep on saying that I'm going to get in touch with the solicitors, and I haven't done it yet because I can't bring myself to do it because I used to detest people who like sued the NHS because of but I find myself in a position where I might have to do it myself, And I hate myself for doing it. I would, but I don't know. I've got to bring myself. I've got to bring myself. I've got to fucking kick my own ass and fucking get myself to do it because it's it's not right. It's not right that the fucking left me this way. It's not right at all. I have got a solid case, so I've got to do that. I'm gonna have to do that. Work on my song, basically. Work on my song. Um, I have had what they call it something. I don't know what they call it these days, but they used to call it a restart. But I have had a restart interview, um, where the girls have just put me on this restart because they have to. Although they know what the fucking situation is, and they've put me forward for another bloody assessment from the DWP, and I think I fucked up on that again. I already think I fucked up on that again. But even on this, the guy who's now, because I'm now with these for 12 months now. I think unless things change with the DWP, and I don't think they will because I know how the DWP work now, and as I say, I already think I fucked up with it. Um, but so I'm going to be with this guy for the next 12 months. But this guy knows. I mean, I had the first appointment with him. Named Sam. His name's Sam. I had the first appointment with him, and I had to go there. So I went there and then we had a chat and all that. Like he said, look, because you're supposed to come like every 2 weeks, but because of your physical condition, we'll have a phone call 1 week and then come the following week because you'll have to sign in to say that you've been. I said, yeah, fine, no, I've no worries. I've no worries. It's they pay for it. They pay for me. They pay for me travel, so I'm not asked about that. They pay for my travel, which is good. But I'm only going to Bootle. I'm only going to Bootle and back. So I was actually out when I went. I was out for about 3 hours. And that's the longest I've been outside in a long time. I was in pain over the weekend. I was in serious pain over the weekend because of it. But also, he also messaged me the day after, and he said, and his the text he said, "Look, I've been thinking, instead of like dragging you out here, I'm gonna um, speak to the guys in the social. I say to them, look, I know he's got to like sign in and all that, but can we not like just have phone calls for the time being so we know because he does struggle to get around. And this is the thing: anybody who I deal with face to face see the issue that I have getting from A to B, and they go, "Wow!" But then the DWP are dealing with it over the phone, so they're just speaking to me over the phone, and like I can't express my ailments, my physical condition over the phone, you know. Um, but at the same time, I've been once. I went once for the PIP. I went for the PIP, and it cost me 50 fucking quid to get there and back again. And they said, "Oh, we'll reimburse you," but they never have. They never did reimburse me, so I was out of pocket 50 fucking quid because the cunts like that. Uh, but yeah, it's next 12 months, isn't it? I've got to the point now where it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be what it's gonna be. That's just it. I think I've resigned myself to that fact a long time ago. Um, Shit's given zero. That's it. I just don't give a shit anymore. Uh, take take the NHS to court. They drop me in this hole, so I've got to take out the NHS to court. And you never know. I might get this song down 100%, and make it into a hit. Message there. Somebody's just friend of mine has just posted. And do you know what? All I've been doing for the last like 25 minutes nearly is just been sat here and I'm getting aching in my legs. And this was the other thing. When I do go in to speak to the doctors, I'm going to ask. Now I don't know how this thing works. This arthritis works, but I'm going to ask. Can it like jump from one joint to the other joint? because the last, like, I would say 4 or 5 weeks, my hips are aching on both sides, and I've just got an aching in my hip. Yeah. Um, so I don't know if I don't know if this thing jumps around or whatever. I know very little about arthritis. I know what causes it. I know it's the loss of the synovial. Did I say that right? Synovial fluid. It's losing the synovial fluid in the joints is the cause of the arthritis that I have. Like there's just bone in my knees. There's just bone in my knees. So basically, while I'm walking around, the knees are just wearing away. They're just literally wearing away. Um, which is actually as horrific as it sounds. But like I say, it is what it is. We'll see what happens at the end of the day. Well, at the end of the day, we all go back to dust, don't we? I know already. There's there's song number 2. Return to ashes. Anyway, so that's it. That's all I've got. I kind of I'm kind of optimistic about just a little tiny personal goal. I didn't have this goal last week, and suddenly I've got this goal this week. It's strange how the world works. And and this all came from a bout of insomnia I suffered with, or still suffering with. I think it's getting better. I think the mind's beginning to, certainly last night. I don't remember falling asleep last night. I did what I normally do. I went in frequency. I've been trying this frequency thing out. Put me sleeping headphones. They are, but they're like a face mask sort of thing. Um, do it for meditation and stuff like that. And I can lie in bed with them and wear headphones in bed, and they're comfortable as fuck in bed. And I can just listen to shit as I fall asleep. Um, and I've been trying these frequencies, and I listened to this frequency. It was awkward to listen to at first, but when I turned it off, I realised I'd been listening to it for 1.5 hours, and I didn't realise it was for that long. But literally, as soon as I turned that off, it rolled over, and I think I was out like a light. Um, so I am going to do a little look. I know there's a lot of, well, cameras just gone dead weird. Yeah, there's a bit of talking. Anyway, I'm just going to look into some frequency. Right, I'm getting up to nearly half an hour now, so I'm just going to call it. So that's me. I'm out. Look after yourself. Love you. Bye.